Alright guys, this is the single arm kettlebell press. Now you're going to be switching arms and legs during this, so with your reps and set scheme, if it says 3 sets of 6, that's 3 sets of 6 each side, okay? So when you get yourself set in this, you want to kind of think about almost like a jerk position. So we have a nice vertical front shin, slight bend to the back leg, we're on that big toe. One thing that varies, well, and that we all need to work on because this is how we actually should be, is we want to have a nice neutral spine. So you want to pull the hips underneath you, rib cage down, relax your traps. When you get your kettlebell, choose a weight that is just enough resistance. Most people don't go past about an 8 kilo kettlebell because you don't want to get too much weight on there. Now, if you're a super strong big dude and you've been doing this for a while, okay, maybe then we'll add a little bit more. But start with a light weight. Chelsea's using a 7 kilo kettlebell right here, so she's definitely stronger for more, but it's just enough to give her some resistance. So when she gets herself set, she has those feet planted into the ground. She's pushing that weight down to the floor, really supporting herself. She has her neutral spine. So we watch this as I'm going the opposite direction. Okay, so she's set. She already has her breath because you can see all of this is pushed out and nice and tight. She has a neutral spine. And she's going directly overhead. So a couple things to be aware of. If you feel yourself pushing forward, reset. Pull that rib down, pull that hip underneath you. You have to keep all of this super, super tight. Okay? You want yourself to be a complete column. Here and here. Hold that position as you do this. Don't let everything go forward. And when you hit that top, so she is just, if we watch this upper body here, if we watch this part of her, she has just a slight bend into it. You see that little bit of emotion? But not too bad. That little bit will be okay. This is her first time doing it, so we'll give her a little break on that one. But what that is caused from is she let that, as she's driving overhead, she let that rib flare out just a little bit, and then she could feel it and pulled it right back down, which is a great correction on her part. So big thing is when you're doing this is to let yourself keep that rib cage down as you do it. Now let's see if she does it better on a second one. So much smoother. We see that? Boom, right there into that slot. So look how solid she is. She doesn't let that shoulder go, she doesn't let the chest go forward, she doesn't let the ribcage flare, and there's no curvature to her back. That's an awesome position. So you're going to repeat that on both sides. Usually there's one side that's a little bit weaker than the other one. So make any adjustments that you need to, either lower the weight or lower the reps. Just really focus on those feet pushing through the ground to support you, that hip underneath you, and rib cage down with that neutral spine the entire time you do this. If you feel tension in your glutes, that's awesome.